Hey, what's up with it, King? What's up with it, Queen? You already know who it is. It's your big brother, Demont Pope, a.k.a. Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. Listen, you already know what time it is. You already know my job is to inspire, right? You know my job is to motivate, right? Educate and empower. Listen, every week we've been bringing you special guests, phenomenal guests, and my guests do the same thing that I do, right? They inspire, motivate, educate, and empower, right? Listen, it don't stop this week. This week I got another very special guest for you. I know you're excited about it. Listen, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, right? Hit the notification bell so you know when we're releasing new content. Listen, like, share, comment, do whatever you got to do to let the people around you know what's going on over here on the King Speaks podcast. Listen, without further delay, I want to introduce to some and present to others my bro, Jamar Blackmon, aka the Go Getter. Yeah.
And you know I gotta start this off.
What's up,
right.
King?
I feel them 3 words coming.
Let's
I'm
go.
excited. Yeah. So my name is Jamar Blackmon, aka J Black, aka the Go Getter. And I'm checking in with the King Speak podcast with my guy Demont Pope. Let's get it.
Yeah, I told y'all it's about to be epic. It's about to go up in here. Listen. Hey, J Black, right quick, man. Let's go ahead and let them know right off the bat, man. Who is Jamar Blackmon, the Go Getter, right? And what is it exactly is it that you do?
Well, I think when you say that question, the first thing that comes to my mind is I believe I was born to inspire, to empower, to develop people to become the best version of themselves. So first and foremost, you know, motivational speaker, but / motivational brand. You know, I believe the ultimate high is walking your purpose. At this point, I'm running in my purpose. So you can say, I say motivational speaker, mentoring program, Go Getter Academy, which actually goes hand in hand. And we'll talk about that story. Author, you know, what else I got? Motivational clothing. Yeah. You know, and where I start, personal trainer, you know, but at the top of the list, I'm very proud to say that I'm a man of God and I'm a husband, I'm a father.
Yeah. Listen, man. I like how you just kind of rapidly went through that when you said not just walking in your purpose, Black. You said you are running in your purpose, and everybody know what time it is. They know I'm Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. So I love that. You said you are a motivator. You said your job is to inspire. You said your job is to empower. It sounds like you are the perfect fit for the King Speaks podcast, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Not only that, you talked about a clothing brand.
Right.
You talked about an academy, everything. Let's go. Get off into that.
So my logo sums up my message today. Hat, shirt, pants. I even got the Go Getter shoes.
Come on, man.
Okay. And even from there, you know, even when you're sleeping, I want you thinking about your goals. So even got to go get a pillow. You know, but my logo sums up my message. 1 finger to the brain, 1 to the sky. So all I'm saying is the right mindset. You go to the top. I put the red check next to the brain because everything starts with the mind, and it takes blood, sweat, and tears to achieve goals. You're a go-getter. I'm a go-getter. Success is the only option. So far as the clothing brand, I just want to be on that journey with you as you go through the process of achieving your goals. Notice I said process. So with the clothing line, you'll see I got the go-getter. I got success is the only option. A lot of different things on the website, but the whole goal is for you to be inspired as you go on your journey, because success is a journey. And I think it's something very important to point out when we're talking about success. People tend to look at everybody else, but it's actually a solo conversation because you yourself decide what success means to you. So from my standpoint, I don't play the lottery because I believe I am a lottery ticket. And I'd be mad if I hit the lottery because I want to make it, we big at next level, we big on impact and income, but I want to make sure that I achieve my financial success through what I'm doing, through motivational. I don't want to play a number and hit the lottery that way. I believe I'm the lottery ticket. So I think it's very, very important for a person to decide what success means to them. Then from there, their goal, which is the title of my book, Goals Give Direction. Once you decide what success means to you, that goal will give you direction. Then from there, you actually have a clear path of what you want to do and what it would take to achieve it. But the question is, are you willing to do what it takes to achieve the goal? So to go to the mentoring program and the speaking. So in 2017, I was at a speaking engagement, and out of 25 kids, 23 hands was raised as far as fathers in prison or not in the home. So after that speaking engagement, the teachers, all white, it was like, we never had a positive black man coming to school, and the demand for me to come back was so strong, they asked me to keep coming back. Now, this is at the beginning of me speaking, so far as under the title motivational speaker. So I wasn't really charging a fee. I just was serving. So I kept coming back, and people kept asking me about a mentoring program. So at the time, I'm like, you know what? It's not really in the budget. I got a wife, 4 kids. I'm the provider for my family. Mentor programs not really in the budget, but I believe that God has the biggest budget. So the vision kept coming to me. So the energy you put out, it comes back to you. So I started out putting these videos out online. So my church took notice. They said, you know what? We only rent out these spaces $400 to $500, but you know what? You can run your mentoring program here free of charge. So I've been full circle actually since 2018, as far as motivational speaking, all in, and the mentoring program the same year. Wow. And that's why I said they kind of go hand in hand, because 2018 I've been all in. Now, my viewpoint of motivational speaking is different from the typical person, because I specifically trained in motivational speaking from a sales marketing aspect when I was 18 years old. I was involved in a promotional marketing company. So when I hear motivational speaker, we had to outsell everybody to have the opportunity to run a morning meeting. So that means we'd be out in the field maybe from 8 all the way to maybe 6. Wow. So somebody might have collected $700. But the way that you advance with this company is, first, you got to be the high roller. You got to get day of observations. The person that sells the most get the day of observation. You got to teach them to do the sales marketing aspect of the business. You got to teach them how to teach the system. But the person that's really next up is the person that gets to run the morning meetings. So somebody might have collected $700 during the day, but this when that go-getter mindset come into play, because go-getter is really about creating separation. If everybody's giving 100%, what makes you different? Want to go the extra mile. So everybody was going home. I was grabbing merchandise, going night merchant, hitting bowling alleys, bar hopping, whatever I had to do to make sure. I don't care if I hire by $1. Somebody might have prepared the speech all night. In the morning, they think they're running that speech, right? So the high roller is, back then it was Jamar the Star. Jamar the Star is the high roller. Hold up. I outsold everybody yesterday. He went night merchant. So running the morning meetings, and then you have to motivate people to go out, business to business, to sell products. I don't care if it's rain, sleet, snow. Sometimes it was like 5 below. Be out there going business to business. So when I think of motivational speaking is different, I had to outsell everybody just to have the opportunity to speak. So I think it's 16 to 18-hour days just to have the opportunity to run the morning meeting. So that's my background as far as motivational speaking.
Wow, man. Wow. You said a whole mouthful then, man. And first of all, congratulations, because you're doing some amazing things, man, in the community. Of course, I've been familiar with you. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for a minute now. We've been a part of the same community on this same journey. You know what I mean? Kicking it up to that next level, bro. So I'm proud of you, because you really, really, really been sparking flames, man, and lighting fires everywhere you've been going, bro. And you alluded to the fact that you've been doing the mentoring and motivating all in collectively since 2018. So we talking about roughly about 4 years. So whole incomplete, about how long has it been since you've been in the profession of motivating, whether it been mentoring, inspiring, speaking, or, ministering, however you do it? Like, how long have you been in the particular industry of the profession of motivating and inspiring?
As far as the first time I got a check, or just going?
Just your experience, period. Like, how long have you, before you were getting paid for it? And even when if you want to talk about how long it's been since you've gotten income from it, but how long have you been making impact, right?
Yeah, everything started with that actually, so it's 3 people, my guys, man. Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and then E.T. So when I seen E.T., this is probably maybe 2015. I was like, wow, I can really like be me. I seen a motivational speaking album, and I've been in performing arts schools my whole life. So I was thinking about the music aspect. I could say that. I seen the way he was dressed. I was like, wow, I can really just be me in this. And I started going to conferences. In 2017, somebody tagged me in a post about somebody. The first thing I did was a motivational speaking album, my first motivational speaking album, Life Changer, which came out in 2017. And 2018, 2018 was when I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do. I'm all in. As far as just, this is what I'm doing. It's no looking back. So it's kind of fun too. 2017 was pivotal because I was at a company. I worked for a company called Georgia Pacific Manufacturing Company. And at this time, I was like, you know, I was 90% sure, but I was like, you know what? It was this position, supervisor position. And they were saying they'll never hire a Black supervisor. So me just, my mindset, I'm like, you know what? It's not that they won't hire a Black supervisor, just haven't met me yet. So I really wanted to prove a point. So what I did is I applied for the position, and actually I didn't get the position. So all the older Black men at the company, wasn't that many of us there, they should have been inspiring me saying, no, you can do it. But what happened was the interviews went so well, I got a position better than what I applied for. So I got a better supervisor position.
Come on.
So at the same time, the same year, right? So I'm there at the time, maybe 5.5 years. Now a guy who I thought was my friend, my guy, he was about to get fired. So I got him transferred to my department. Now, we live in America, you know, there's some racism going on, but at the same time, you older than me, you know how it go. We got to play the game. So it was a situation where he should have been fired. And they talked to me, it's like, you know, this is part of the job. No, I know this is your friend, but it's another situation. If you don't do this, we're probably going to fire you. So it's another situation that happened, right? Yeah. And I wrote him up, but he should have been fired. So since I didn't fire him, what happened? They fired me.
Wow.
So now this is September 30th, 2017. So from that moment, a couple months, I'm just thinking, I'm like, you know what? It's time. And I told my wife, I'm just no looking back. So ever since that moment, from then, I just kept doing the videos. And 2018, it's been all go. October 2018 is when I started the midterm program. But from me, just nonstop doing videos online, Facebook, Instagram, then people start just reaching out to me. That's where it started.
Wow.
That's where it started. Wow. So yeah, that's
so
what started.
We talking about years. You've been putting in work for years. I counted at least 5 years of development. I counted at least 5 years of growth. I counted at least 5 years of enduring and persevering and going through the process, right? It wasn't overnight. So I want the viewers and the listeners to know that this process ain't happened overnight. When you're talking about goal getting and you're talking about setting goals and you're talking about the fact that success is the only option, like these are the words that you're throwing out in the atmosphere. These are the words, these are the seeds that you're planting in the universe, right? And these are the seeds that you're planting in the hearts and the minds of the young people that come in contact with Jamar Blackmon, aka J Black, the go-getter. I love it, bro. Check it out. Now, we know that you've been doing it for a minute, right? We know that you all things motivation, inspiration, even with the brand, you walking through step by step with all of your clients, all of your mentees, man, powerful. Now, let me ask you this, right? I'm going to get into the heart of the situation, right? Let's talk about that motivation. Since we keep throwing that word motivation out there, let's talk about the motivation, right? And the inspiration behind you deciding to do what it is that you do. What was that moment in your life that said, hey, I know you talked about when you saw E.T., and I have a similar story. When I saw him, I'm like, yo, I can do what I do the way I do it. And it's a salary attached. Like I can get paid to make impact and income at the same time. So what pivotal moment happened, or what was that moment that gave you that inspiration? Like, you know what? I really want to do something different with my life. I want to pursue something other than a traditional 9-to-5 path. Like, what was it that pursued you to start up a real business and a career in this mentoring, in this motivating industry?
It was really AT was more like the stamp, but it was already like things around me as far as my community. And I've always been positive. Like I said, I got a extensive background in sales and marketing, and I got an entrepreneur background. So I'm 19 years old. I ran a promotional marketing company in Brooklyn, New York. So everything really came back full circle. But that speaking engagement in 2017, never forget, April was my first speaking engagement under the title of motivational speaker. So the reaction from the first day was the Young Kings, and then they asked me to come back the next day for the Young Queens. So from there, and then everything, like I said, the energy you put out comes back to you. So me getting the space, and then like from the mentoring program, I got the young people reaching out to me. Like some people had problems like just really getting young people to get into their program. Me as a motivator, all the work I'm doing as far as online with the videos, just being me. It was easy. The people, the kids and Young Kings just attracted to me. So now we're year round. We got 35 young kings, young queens. We do annual events. You know, I got over 100 young kings and young queens. So me, I got a waiting list. You know what I'm saying? So the demand from adults and kids was just like, you know what? This is purpose. It wasn't even about me. I just knew it was. I just knew it was purpose. And then once we got our 501c3 as far as the mentoring program, I was able. So I said I was all in 2018 for a whole year. I'm just pounding the pavement. Small, not really no real money, you know what I'm saying? But I got a family that has some savings. So then Family First Health Services, this goes coincides with purpose.
Yeah.
The church has had them come for other parts of their program. They want to sit on my mentoring program. So now they're trying to recruit me for that, but they want to pretty much pay me for what I'm already doing. So then I'm like, but then I was like, at the time, I turned them down. This 2019, then the pandemic happened. And then I was like, you know what, makes sense. So then now they paying me, and this another, it coincides. Now I'm a certified behavioral health specialist. I'm doing the same thing I'm doing with Go GETTA Academy. Because with Go GETTA Academy, we focus on mental health, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, goal setting, community service, leadership development. So when the pandemic happened, we went from, now we got the Zoom meetings every Monday, and then we got the in-person meetings once a month. But now we're national. Now I got kids tuning in because I got the Zoom meetings now nationally. And I was like, man, everything just coincides with me getting that extra help from God with the Family First Health Services, having that stamp on me. Now I'm able to even focus even more on the motivational speaking and take care of my family. And it works hand in hand with my career, because now when on my EPK, I got, yes, a motivational speaker, but I'm a certified behavioral health specialist.
Wow.
You know, so it coincides, you know, as far as schools, and they see that stamp, you know, so everything just lying on with purpose. That doesn't mean things has been easy. Like when I say success is the only option, doesn't mean that things are easy. I believe that our mindset is we either win or learn. We make the adjustments. That's one thing I want people to understand, because mindset is everything with me. That's the logo. But having that mindset, if success is the only option, then failure doesn't exist. We either win or learn. We make the adjustments. So me decide, you know what? One of my favorite quotes: a smart person learns from their own mistakes, but a wise person learns from other people's mistakes. So now I'm investing into the craft. Only makes sense to me. Okay, I'm smart. I'm going to learn. But if ET and all them in Breed University are doing this, why not invest in the community? So now I invest in the community, and I'm in Breed University. That's like 2019. One of the modules, Jeremy Anderson. This is my introduction to Jeremy Anderson. I'm not seeing Jeremy Anderson. And I'm like, wow, okay. And I'm loving the fact he got a husband. He's his wife. He's a family man of God. Then I see he starts the Speakers Academy, you know, but I'm seeing what's involved in the package. I actually get a one-on-one. It's more personable. I actually get to talk to him. And then when they included the disc assessment, I'm like, man, me having a sales marketing background, I just love the way the package was. It was too good. I didn't even have it at the time. I'm like, no, I got to find a way to get this money. So I made some sacrifices, made sure I was able to get the money, and I had to invest in my craft. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to save me a lot of time, money, and pain, because he already been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you said this the thing that got me, man. You gave us a chronological order of the process of how it started when you got the impact from the young kings, and then you got the opportunity to speak to the young queens, and then you took the response from that, and then you talked about going from a small group of mentees to a larger group. Now we talking about the pandemic hit and slowed some things down, but then it actually catapulted you and positioned you to your place of purpose. So now we talking about you being national, right? We talking about you having over 100. Now you said you got a waiting list, right, for people trying to sign up to be mentored by Jay Black, the go-getter. So you're doing some phenomenal things, and we realize now where that passion, where that motivation comes from. Now I want to travel a little bit deeper, because you said that it wasn't easy, and I'm glad you pointed that out. And I like to highlight things for my viewers and listeners. So listen, if you're getting value right now from Jay Black and yours truly, go ahead, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, right? Hit the subscribe, notification bell if you haven't. Go ahead and type a comment in, leave us a comment, let us know. We love to know the wonderful things we're doing in the community. But now, Jay Black, we about to go a little bit deeper down this journey with you. Now, talk to us about a problem. Since you mentioned that it wasn't easy, let's talk about one of those difficult moments, or a current difficult moment that you're facing right now. But also let us know what you're doing about that moment. I like to tell my listeners that to every problem, there's a solution. And if there's no if there's no solution, excuse me, then there's no problem. So give us your problem and then give us a solution that you're working towards to solve that problem.
Okay, so one thing on stress for me, like I said, I'm a family man. Family is at the top of my list. Got a lot of goals, but family's at the top of my list. I didn't come up with my father, so fatherhood is very, very important to me. So with my wife, a big obstacle, 2017 was a roller coaster, but she was diagnosed with MS. So I seen the actual response to that, because it's big on stress. You got to keep the stress levels down. So the relapse, me getting fired, sometimes love will blind you. And that's the moment I had. Love blinded me for a second. I thought this dude was my brother. So love blinded me, and it cost my family. So when she had a relapse, she lost her sight and feelings in her legs. She in the hospital. This stress is from me. I caused that. And me just thinking about it now, it gets me fired up. So I can still see that hospital bed. But I had to become a better decision maker and swallowing pride. So I believe in using pain. Like, pain has a different perspective for me. So when I talk about pain, so that's one instrument. I'm talking about Y buttons, right? Because I want you to use Y buttons. Y buttons will give you fuel when you feel you on E. So when I'm dead tired, this is one of my Y buttons that gives me that extra push. Okay, so that's one example of a Y button, that image right there. Now, I got 4 kids. So during this time period, right, the refrigerator, they open up the refrigerator. It's low. I see them now, it's nothing in there. So now I have to swallow my pride, call her grandmother and ask for a loan. Wow. Now, as a man, that was very, very hard for me. I like to ask nobody for nothing. So when you talk about success, the only option, from that point on, videos constantly, writing down my goals, networking events. I was so relentless with it that when you're so passionate about something, somebody see that you believe in it so much, they're going to start believing. So from there, now the school's reaching out. Now, when I go from there, I got a sales marketing background, so automatically I'm capturing the footage, and then I'm having them give testimonials. Now, at this time, right, I don't got a budget, so I can't pay a graphic designer or a videographer, but it's something called YouTube University.
That's it.
It's something called, and then I told you the first investment was Breed University. So now I'm hip to Nikki, who was the video. If y'all know, Nikki's one of the main videographers for ET. She told us about apps you could use on your phone. So now I had to become a graphic designer. I became a videographer. I learned this stuff, so I'm getting better. I got a tripod. So now I'm setting up my own tripod. I'm doing the videos. I'm getting better at the editing. And then from there, I'm just putting out content. Then the people start reaching out. And just being consistent through it all. And I believe in lifestyle marketing. So with me, I'm marketing every aspect on social media, as far as the mentoring program, the speaking engagements, everything, this documentation. So people are seeing the growth. So now, out of nowhere, now I'm getting $1,000 donations as far as the mentoring program. They're like, man, I see how you had a young Kings at the barbershop. I see how you be taking them to the hill, doing 100-yard bear crawls. I see, then they seeing the speaking engagement. So now, like I said, it's purpose. Now I'm getting messages, people talking about, like, grown men calling me, bro, I'm crying like, man, you just doing you, man. You don't know, you saved my life. And this is one of the guys, he's a helper now with Go Get Academy, And then a woman way in Las Vegas, you never know who watching you. DM me talking about, actually, I want to read this because I want to touch somebody. I want you to understand the power of you walking in your purpose, because you never know who's watching you, right? So I want to read this word for word, because I want you to actually understand how powerful your journey is by you actually just being you. Okay, so this is what she said. This is the exact message. She said, I'm in tears right now. I truly thank God for you, because ever since we crossed paths, you have been light and encouragement at the right time during my current life journey. I'm 35 years old, and I've been struggling with anxiety and hoping to get physically and mentally in shape before I turn 40. I felt I would never succeed, but God sent you my way for a reminder that I can. Crying emoji. Thank you for sharing your greatness with the world. It is helping others achieve. Keep going. I feel them 3 words coming. I'm excited. Yeah. And bro, you know how this, You know what's crazy about this, right? Let's talk about community.
Yeah.
You know how she heard about me?
Talk about it.
She heard about me being featured on a highlight for a next level speaker on Jeremy's Instagram. So imagine, bro, me not walking in my purpose, me deciding not to invest in my craft, getting into the next level, and then me just having, no matter what, how I felt, putting videos out, no matter how I felt, just making sure I'm showing up every single day, which led to people reaching out. Now they're paying me for speaking engagements. Then that made me a highlight for next level to be featured on Instagram Live. It led to this. That's how important your purpose is. It's way bigger than you.
Come on, man. Come on. Listen, man. If they ain't getting value by now, listen, if ain't nobody getting value but me, then it's 100% worth it, man. I'm sitting here. I almost wanted to just sit back, man, and forgot that I was actually hosting the interview. You know what I'm saying? I really just wanted to sit back and just get empowered, man, just get educated, because one word that you mentioned, in as far as in case they missed it when you answered the question of the struggle, and you hit it. And when you said that the way you were solving the problem was consistency, no matter how you felt, right? Things wasn't necessarily going right. You was talking about your wife, your queen. She got a diagnosis of a condition that you couldn't fix with your physical hand. No. But it motivated you, it drove you. And it reminds me, honestly, bro, of the story of E.T., because he has a story where his wife got a, matter of fact, the same diagnosis. And it pushed him to a certain level too. So I'm inspired, bro. And I know the viewers and the listeners are too. So I love when the transparency opens up the opportunity for us to express that we are real people with real problems, but we really are persevering and we really are intentional about pursuing our purpose. And in your relentlessness, right? And in your determination, in your effort to be consistent, right? You put the videos out, then you had schools reaching out to you. You learn different skills because you didn't have the finance. So you leveraged the time that you had to put in the time to learn the steps, to learn the skills that you needed so that you can become what you needed, right? So I can relate, bro, because I too have had to go to YouTube University. I ain't ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. I let the world know, man. Hey, I'm a YouTube scholar, man. Straight A's. You know what I'm talking about? Dean's list on YouTube University, right? So we got some similarities in there. And I just want the listeners and the viewers to know, like, it doesn't matter what it looks like right now, right? You talked about community. You talked about getting around the right people. You talked about building upon a foundation. You talked about a whole lot in just answering one question. So I want to keep it rolling, bro. I want to keep it rolling right in this vein, right in the spirit of where we're going right now. Let's talk about one of the most important lessons, right? Through this process, through those ups and downs, we're talking about a roller coaster ride. We're talking about hearing news that a man don't want to hear when something's going on with his queen, and we're supposed to protect that queen and provide for that queen. And then you get a diagnosis and you like, God, wait a minute, I ain't built for this. Like, I where's the blueprint? There's no book I can read for this. Like you had to live this situation to earn those stripes, to get that credibility, to get that authenticity, so that authority comes out of your mouth when you speak. When you say that you feel them 3 words coming, you really feel them coming, bro. And listen, real quick, in about 30 seconds, right? What is one of the most important lessons that you've learned through this lesson? Give us 30 seconds, then I got something real good I want to ask you for the people.
Far as learning, I just believe that every test leads to a testimony. You know what I'm saying? So with that diagnosis, and I didn't mention this, but I'm mentioning it now, is to go hand in hand. They told me as far as keeping her stress levels down. Okay, so now she got diagnosed with MS, but also our 2 youngest kids got autism. Wow. So it's a whole different level, bro. Like my daughter, I got 4, the youngest 2, daughter and my son. So daughter is 10. I still haven't heard her say a word. She's nonverbal, but she will speak one day. Yeah. She gonna be a poster child for autism and speak. My son, he's 5. I still haven't heard a word. So that alone, and my wife blaming herself. So it's a lot on the shoulders, but at the same time, the mindset is success the only option. So I'm excited that they're going to be spokespeople for autism, going to be great. And with me, I just got to make sure no matter what happens, just always remember every test leads to a testimony, as long as you keep going. Yeah. And that's the part people don't think about with that. Every test leads to a testimony as long as you keep going. So you got to keep going. You got to stay. And I think you highlighted community, staying connected with like-minded individuals. Like, I don't reach out like I like to fall back and see if people really is who they is.
Yeah.
Like I had you on my platform because I see you really are who you are. You know, Chris Singleton really is who he is. Brian Majors is who he really is. I had Brad Butler early on, Javon Stewart. There's some of the people that I really rock. I see it. If you pay attention, as far as all of us, you see if all of us are very, very passionate and we live this. You got to live, eat, sleep, breathe it. Like there's no breaks from this. There's no breaks from purpose. There's no breaks from purpose. So that's really, if I can sum it up, every test leads to a testimony as long as you keep going and there's no break from purpose.
Love it, man. Love it. No break from purpose, man. No break from purpose. And real quick, with all these amazing things you got going on, Jay Black, go ahead, let everybody know where they can connect with you. What's your social media handles? What's that website where they can get connected with Go GETTA Academy? Like whatever it is that you got going on, go ahead and let them know right now.
Well, jblackinspires.com. So letter J, then blackinspires.com. That will connect you to everything. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, J Black, the Go GETTA. I do want to highlight to all them speakers out here. If you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok. I got my first out-of-state speaking engagement from TikTok.
Wow.
New Jersey. So that's one of my highest paid ones too. So you never know who's watching you. So she found me on TikTok, and that's crazy because when she found me, I just got on TikTok. I wasn't even consistent like that on TikTok. Wow. So make sure you utilize all the platforms.
See, that's another lesson, man, that you just dropped off, man, talking about consistency again, creating opportunities, man. Like that's the second time you done spoke about that, if not the third or fourth time. So I hope they locked in. If they ain't, I'm locked in. Now, look, real quick, Jay Black, let me tell you this, right? We done inspired somebody, right? Somebody's watching this right now. There's a young king, right? There's a young queen right now. They feeling motivated, right? They feeling empowered. They feeling educated, right? But guess what? They still got one problem, right? They got this doubt, right? Because their mindset hasn't totally shifted, right? They may have fear. They may hear about the war stories that we're talking about, and they may say, well, I want to walk in my purpose, but I don't really want to have to get no bad news, and I don't really want to have to go through the hard road or anything like that. So, excuse me, give me about 30 seconds of inspiration and motivation that you would say to that person to let them know that it's okay to continue to pursue their purpose over those pointless excuses. Go.
Well, first and foremost, I want you to know that in the Bible, it says, fear not 365 times. So also I want you to understand, I want to break down goal getter because I want you to really understand who you are. See, a goal getter grinds to greatness every day, aims to be the best version of themselves every day, understands that adversity is a part of the journey to success. So we embrace it. We never give up. Success is the only option. So I want you to understand that anybody you think that's so successful, that's winning, they breathe the same air as you. So if they can do it, you can do it. But you got to believe. You got to have the right mindset. I said it earlier. We either win or learn. Success is the only option. So I need you to believe in you and believe in you and believe in you and just be consistent. No matter how you feel, just show up and show out every single day. Because on the other side of fear, that's where all your blessings is, on the other side. I don't want you to go to the richest place in the world with regrets. Oh, what's the richest place in the world? The cemetery. So many people have so many gifts, but they let fear stop them. So they took their gifts to the cemetery. Yeah. I told you earlier, it's way bigger than you. Everybody know who Oprah Winfrey is, billionaire. But another billionaire is probably a billionaire today because of her. His name is Tyler Perry. He was watching the Oprah Winfrey show and she said it was therapeutic to write down your pain. That's how he became a writer. He was homeless at the time. So because she ran in her purpose, he was able to run in his purpose. So I want you to know that your dream, your goal is way bigger than you. So I need you to take action. It don't matter what nobody say, it's about what you say. So I love and believe in you. And always remember, always remember, always remember, only person that can stop you is you.
Listen. Y'all know me. That's your big bruh, Jay Black, AKA the Go Getter. You already know I'm your big bruh, Demont Pope, AKA Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. I'll see y'all next week. Yeah.